What if one day a person you know suddenly vanishes without a trace? This is the chilling case of Caleb Diehl. 18-year-old Caleb Diehl was just like any other teenager in the small town of Nocona, Texas. He was known for his easygoing nature, his infectious laughter, and his love for cars. On a seemingly ordinary day in late March 2015, Caleb woke up as per usual and carried on with his day-to-day activities. He interacted with his friends and family, sharing jokes and stories, his laughter echoing throughout the house. He was excited about his plans, a casual outing with his friends that he had been looking forward to. Everything seemed perfectly normal, just another day in Caleb's life. However, as the day transitioned into night, his family grew increasingly concerned. It was unlike Caleb to stay out late without informing anyone. His mother called his friends, but none of them had seen or heard from him. A sense of dread washed over the town as the hours ticked by, and there was still no sign of Caleb. The community, tight-knit and always looking out for one another, sprang into action. Neighbors, friends, and family members started searching for him. They combed through every nook and cranny of the small town, hoping to find some trace of Caleb. They contacted local authorities and put up missing person posters, their faces etched with worry and fear. But as the sun rose on a new day, Caleb was still missing. The vibrant laughter that once echoed through the streets of Nocona was replaced by an eerie silence. The town, usually buzzing with life, was shrouded in a veil of uncertainty and apprehension. With no sign of Caleb, the quiet town of Nocona was left in a state of bewilderment. As the first week passed, the mystery of Caleb's disappearance intensified. In the small town of Nocona, Texas, the absence of 18-year-old Caleb Diehl was felt like a gaping hole, a void that seemed to grow with each passing day. A familiar face, a beloved friend, a cherished family member, suddenly gone without a trace. Caleb's absence from school was the first red flag that sent a shiver of unease through the community. A young man on the cusp of adulthood, missing from the place he was expected to be, the place where he was supposed to be safe. As the school days rolled by without a sign of him, the whispers of worry grew louder. Then, there was the unsettling silence. The lack of communication from Caleb was a chilling sign that something was amiss. His phone, once buzzing with life, lay ominously quiet. Text messages and calls went unanswered, social media updates ceased, and the digital footprint we all leave behind seemed to abruptly end. The silence was deafening, the void left by his absence growing with each unanswered message. The growing concern of his family and friends turned into alarm, then dread. Caleb's mother, his siblings, his friends, their faces etched with worry, their eyes haunted by the fear of the unknown. The town rallied, their collective concern transforming into action. Search parties were formed, flyers were distributed, and the local authorities were alerted. As the local police swung into action, the small town of Nocona held its breath. Initial investigations were launched, interviews were conducted, and the search for Caleb began in earnest. Yet, with each passing day, the hope of finding Caleb seemed to dwindle. The reality of his disappearance began to sink in, a harsh truth that sent a ripple of fear through the community. 1 week in, and Caleb Diehl remained a ghost, unseen, unheard, and deeply missed. As days turned into weeks, new pieces of evidence began to emerge. The first significant clue was the discovery of Caleb's vehicle. Abandoned and left to the mercy of the elements, it seemed to silently narrate a tale of sudden departure. The vehicle was promptly sent for a thorough forensic examination, a process that would hopefully shed more light on the circumstances surrounding Caleb's disappearance. The forensic team dove deep into their investigation, meticulously examining every inch of the vehicle for any trace of Caleb or any other individual. The results were perplexing and added a new twist to the mystery. They found traces of an unknown substance, the analysis of which left more questions than answers. The substance didn't match anything within their database, further deepening the enigma of Caleb's whereabouts. The discovery of Caleb's vehicle wasn't the only turn of events. As the investigation progressed, one name began to resonate more frequently: Ricky Dale Howard. Howard was a known figure in Nocona, a man with a past that was not without controversy. His connection to Caleb and the circumstances of his involvement were unclear, but his name was now undeniably linked to the case. In addition to the forensic findings and the connection to Howard, there were whispers of a darker secret in Nocona. The small town, once seen as a tight-knit community, now seemed to be harboring an unsettling secret, a secret that could potentially be linked to Caleb's disappearance. The discovery of Caleb's car and the involvement of Ricky Dale Howard brought a new dimension to the puzzle. This was no longer a simple case of a missing teenager. It was shaping up to be a mystery that went beyond Caleb, a mystery that seemed to be rooted deep within the heart of Nocona. In this small town, secrets are hard to keep, especially when they involve Ricky Dale Howard. Now, we turn our lens towards Ricky Dale Howard. Who was he before he became the focal point of Caleb Diehl's disappearance story? What was his relationship with Caleb? And most importantly, did he have any role in Caleb's sudden and unexplained disappearance? Ricky Dale Howard, a resident of Nocona, had a past that was far from unblemished. His history was a patchwork of run-ins with the law, creating an air of unease around him. It was not unexpected that when Caleb vanished, the fingers of suspicion pointed towards Ricky, a man whose past was as shadowy as the mystery that shrouded Caleb's disappearance. Ricky and Caleb were not strangers. In fact, their lives were intertwined in ways that only added to the complexity of the case. Caleb was often seen working for Ricky, helping him with various tasks. But was there more to their relationship than what met the eye? This question became the center of the investigation following Caleb's disappearance. As the town of Nocona learned about Ricky's alleged involvement in the case, shockwaves rippled through the community. For many, Ricky was just a man with a checkered past. But the possibility of him being involved in something as sinister as a disappearance was a chilling thought that left the town in a state of disbelief and fear. However, in the face of these allegations, Ricky remained a puzzle. His past was murky, his relationship with Caleb was ambiguous, and his involvement in the case was nothing more than conjecture. Yet, the town of Nocona could not shake off the feeling of unease that Ricky's name brought with it. As we delve deeper into the mystery of Caleb Diehl's disappearance, we are left grappling with the enigma that is Ricky Dale Howard. His past, intertwined with Caleb's disappearance, leaves us with more questions than answers. Was Ricky Dale Howard just a man with a troubled past, or was there a darker side to him that was yet to be uncovered? Ricky Dale Howard's past painted a disturbing picture, raising more questions than answers. Years have passed since Caleb's disappearance, and the mystery still remains. In the quaint town of Nocona, Texas, the memory of the 18-year-old's unexplained absence lingers like an unsolved riddle. The details of that fateful day in March 2015, when Caleb was last seen, still echo in the minds of many. The chilling narrative of his disappearance, the immediate red flags that arose in the first week, the cryptic pieces of evidence discovered, and the shadowy past of Ricky Dale Howard have all been pieced together like a puzzle. Yet the complete picture remains elusive. There are still questions that hang in the air, unanswered, casting a long shadow of uncertainty and intrigue. Despite the passage of time, the tireless efforts to find answers have not waned. Law enforcement agencies, private investigators, and the relentless community of Nocona continue to dig deeper into this mystery. Every lead is followed, every clue is examined, every stone is turned in the hope of uncovering the truth about what happened to Caleb. The impact of Caleb's case on Nocona has been profound. It has transformed the town's dynamics, stirring a sense of unease that disrupts the tranquility of this small-town America. People look over their shoulders more often now, parents hold their children a little closer, and trust doesn't come as easy as it used to. Yet, amidst the apprehension, there's a strong sense of unity and resilience. The community's collective pursuit of justice for Caleb has brought them closer, reinforcing their determination to uncover the truth, no matter how unsettling it may be. As we continue to seek answers, the enigma of Caleb Diehl's disappearance serves as a haunting reminder of the mysteries that often lurk beneath the surface of small-town America.